600人左右。點解咁多人嚟呢？就係咧，因為我哋反對咧政府喺唐人街再起遊民所。我哋已經有5間遊民所，要再加多3個。咁尤其呢個9喺 East Broadway 咧，對我哋嘅影響好大。因為佢下邊咧仲會有一個咧遊民診所。咁所以而家大家咧就個個人咧，好多人就係發表佢哋嘅意見，就同政府講話：你唔好再搞我哋啦，我哋已經夠啦。我哋唔係唔關心遊民，但係我哋可以咧負擔個範圍咧，我哋過晒，冇辦法再負擔啦。
今日咧就好成功，做咗呢個活動，因為終於我哋得到嗰啲THS 嘅部門咧，同埋啲我哋選出嚟嘅民選官員咧，佢哋出嚟俾機會我哋聽我哋唐街啲即係聲音。所以我而家咧就今日問佢哋：你哋而家想做咁多嘅 homeless shelter， 到底你哋有冇經過我哋嘅社區嘅咁多嗰啲社區嘅人士知唔知道？所以咧咁佢哋就答唔出嚟，對我哋非常之唔公平。聽一下我哋社區大家反對嘅聲音，因為嗰啲遊民所咧已經係太多㗎啦。
very clear. The Chinatown community opposed the 91 East Broadway shelter plan, which is right behind us, within just blocks of our schools, senior centers, churches, and our business districts. Today, there is a town hall meeting regarding this issue hosted by our local elected officers and is expected to be attended by hundreds of our local residents. We only have one thing to tell them: we care about homeless. They deserve help, compassion, and treatment. However, we already doing more than our fair share.
What's your name, sir?
Jackie Wong, JACKYWNG. I'm a member of Concerned Citizens of East Broadway. And next, I have Norton Chan, who is our counsel, to speak.
Hi, everybody. I'm also a member of CCEB, and we're all very concerned here today for only one reason: is to protect Chinatown. And every life here counts. Today, there's so many anti-Asian hate crime. For the past year, there's a 361% increase. And we need everybody's help and all elected officials. This is a big issue. And many of these problems are caused by homeless individuals who are emotionally distressed. So we need help.
We all know that crime is being felt throughout the city, but it is significantly has neighborhood here in Chinatown. The shelter behind us is on a block where young children and vulnerable elderly will pass by every day. Susan, S-U-S-A-N, E-L-E. Member.
I'm from the Teen Association and the chairman, Keith Chen. Within 3 blocks, the 91 East Broadway, there are 7 schools and they have all suffered from crime. The HRV has had to call police every 2 weeks due to the increase in the crime. So we have labor on ladies, women, and children. So it can be not safe here. Please save Chinatown.
First of all, my name is Jimmy Chang. I'm from community here in Chinatown, East Broadway. I have been here for 45 years. This street, I almost walking every day. I know all of this block, every corner.
It's going to be open 24 hours a day?
We don't know yet because the city does not disclose a lot of information to us. That's why we asked the city to do a town hall meeting so we can learn more. And the contract costs $338 million and will last 30 minutes. And we don't know what's inside this contract or inside the budget because they never disclose it. And also what we know is that there is a luxury hotel developer flipping the project. So we need to know how much money this hotel developer is making from this deal.
Meeting and presentation about the proposed safe haven at 91 East Broadway. My name is Paul Rangel, I'm the chair of Manhattan Community Board 3. We are hosting this informational presentation along with the elected officials present here today. We want to thank Congressmember Lidia Velasquez's office, Borough President Mark Levine to my left, his office, State Senator Kavanaugh, his office, State Assembly Member New in her office, and Councilmember Marte in his office. We also want to thank DHS, Aaron Drinkwater, to my right, and George Nasha from Care for the Homeless for being here today.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aaron Drinkwater. I'm the Deputy Commissioner for Intergovernmental and Legislative Affairs. I'm joined today by my colleague Shane Cox, as well as George Nasha from Care for the Homeless and Jamira. We'll give a short presentation from DHS and then we'll turn it over to Care for the Homeless to present additional information about the project. In October, Department of Homeless Services notified the local electeds and the community board about the project at 91 East Broadway. Turn it over to George to present a bit of information about the specifics about the project at 91 East Broadway, and then we welcome questions from the audience.
Thank you, Erin, and thank you for inviting us here this afternoon. I appreciate that these are unusual circumstances under which to meet, but we're grateful to be here. We're grateful to be in a room of people wanting to talk about and listen to solutions to homelessness. And so thank you. We hope to have a productive conversation this afternoon. Realize that we needed to create special programs to help people move from the street into housing and then eventually from transitional housing to permanent housing. The safe haven is the model, and it is our belief, and I think our track record demonstrates, that integrating transitional housing and healthcare is one of the most powerful tools we can use to ameliorate homelessness. And I think that our 35-year track record demonstrates that quite clearly. As Erin mentioned, this will be a 120-bed safe haven at 91 East Broadway. We will also, and this is important.
Not 91 East Broadway. We don't want it.
taking off our
We have
masks.
hundreds of
So
people
we should
with
open the outside and show power.
President Mark Levin, could you go with me to open the door and let the people come in? This is not up to capacity yet. Can you please? It will be doing so much goodwill for you. And I always support you, you know that. For many years, so let's go together. What do you think? Let's go! Let's go to let the people come in. Let the people come in.
My name is Justin Yu, the president of CCBA. I'm here today. It's not because I'm happy. It's because I'm mad. Please take a look at this little map. The blue one is shelters already exist in our area. The red one is a Department of Homeless Service and shelter operator. This community has been here for almost 200 years. We are being pushed to live in the little corner of Manhattan. Our community, built by our ancestors, make a community very vibrant. We didn't receive any help from the government. Now the government will come in to destroy us.
Thank you,
with
sir.
shelters,
2 minutes.
with shelters, with drugs we have, with still, we are tigers. We are tigers. We are going to defeat you. We don't want no more shelters. No shelters! No shelters! No shelters! No shelters! Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next person.
Respect this community. One of you folks over there said, we fear the unknown. Sir, how dare you? We know! We know! How dare you say we fear the unknown? How dare you?
No shelters.
We have more shelters than anyone. You want to build the biggest jail in the world in Chinatown? You closed Park Road, you never opened it. What do you want to do? Kill this neighborhood? I live here. I work here. This is my home. I am Chinese. Okay? Today.
Next person, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
The city does not have a contract. Well, a disclosed budget, even though the contract term was determined to begin December 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2053 for $337 million. How do we know what's included in the contract? You have a foreign luxury hotel investor named David Katz, who will flip and we assign the building to you. How much money is Mr. Katz expecting to earn from this deal? According to New York City Comptroller's Office, spending on shelters has almost doubled to $1.9 billion since 2014. A 2017 audit concludes that the Department of Homeless Services did challenge the fee, which caused significant disparities between the cost difference for shelters set by shelter providers. In return, you have a responsibility to protect the taxpayers. How much are you paying per unit for this project? And how are you ensuring that this pricing is fair? We need transparency. Transparency!
2021 and 2020, there's over 361% increase. You guys ever thought about why? Why? You're busy making shelters, but you're not solving the solution. The solution, why are these people keep picking on us? There are many, according to the New York Times article in April 6, 2021, many anti-Asian crimes are committed by homeless people who are mentally disturbed. Many of the perpetrators of anti-Asian hate crime are performed by people homeless with mentally disturbed. And I'm sure that you have people who are mentally disturbed going to be 91 East Broadway. Can you promise us that? Everybody that is 91 East Broadway, they're not mentally disturbed. Can you make that promise? If you cannot make that promise, there's no shelter. I'm just requesting, if something happens, who is responsible? You. Thank you.
I'm Joshua Clay. I'm coming all the way from Harlem. I was invited by the concerned citizens. I'm here to stand in solidarity with the Chinatown community because we are dealing with the same thing in Harlem. And we are giving people vouchers in the homeless shelters and they can't even use it. The vouchers that they're giving people in our homeless shelters, they can't get any apartment at market rate. It makes no sense. We need to work with these landlords, get these apartments on the market, fully fund our voucher program, and make sure we're addressing the real causes of homelessness and stop capitalizing off poverty. Thank you. I'm here to stand in solidarity.
Individuals in shelters are single adults, but we know that those who desperately need shelters are families. According to the Coalition for the homeless single adults have a much higher rate of serious mental illness, addiction disorder, and other severe health problems. Yet, among the 5 existing shelters and 3 proposed ones in Chinatown, only 1 are for families. My question to you is, why has the city disproportionately put so many single individual adult shelters in our area when the need for homeless family shelters exceeds that?
Thank you. Thank you.
We are so angry today coming here. We are so sad, because in Chinatown, we have some nice people there, nice family there. But you put too many shelter in Chinatown. So I wish if you feel it's good, you can build a shelter in your house, even nearby your neighborhood. Do you think you can do that? Did you meet with these houses of the worship and school officers? And what did you promise? If something happens, something get killed or get hurt, do you respond for that? No more shelter! No more shelter!
No more shelter!
Hi, my name is William Su. I live and work around this Chinatown neighborhood, and we are all supporting quality elected officials. And I can understand the city needs a shelter, but not enough. In the Chinatown, we have enough. So, and then the problem is, you have a lack of the outreach to our community. So, the turning the tide also include the implementation of community advisory board and protocol for the notifying community leader at least 30 days in advance of selecting a shelter site. I don't think you guys do enough. Did you inform anyone on East Broadway who has direct impact? No. So during the CB3 November Social Service meeting, the representative said that there was many Chinatown stakeholders and businesses that supported that plan. Who are these supported. The reality is none. Is that no one on East Broadway was informed of the plan. The direct impact area is an immigrant neighborhood. No notice was posted in the area about any community meeting. No language outreach was provided to the resident who has language and technology barrier. So please think about it for our community. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. No more shelter. We've got enough shelter here. No more shelter.
Could that shelter at 91 East Broadway be changed to maybe some kind of affordable housing or affordable housing for our senior, for our elderly in Chinatown? And as a doctor, I would like to make one comment. This is very important. And we need a better detox rehab program for our drug addiction. We cannot just keep building shelter and shelter and shelter. We have to try to see and put the budget to put our homeless people get back on their feet and to be us. So I think we cannot put another shelter at 91 East Broadway, especially, I don't know you walk down there. It is the heart of the China, so busy, so many shops, so many people there. So if the city really need a shelter, we really need one, we should put it a little bit farther away, not in the center of the Chinatown. No more homeless. Make those people get back on their feet. So the key is not just saying we need more shelter, we should try our best effort to get the homeless people to get on their feet, to work, and to just like us, to like one of us. Okay, thank you very much.
我的名字叫陈开明，我在这里给你们看看。2年前，我老爸在伊斯布鲁维124号坐在凳子上，那时有一个游民，就是流浪汉经过。
A homeless passed by him on a bench next to the Broadway.
3个位置的时候，我爸爸坐在中间。我爸爸看到你来的时候，我爸爸就坐在那个游民，只坐了2分钟，就突然起身。
And after he just sat for 2 minutes, he got up, the homeless got up.
无缘无故地朝着我老爸的头上打了一拳。
For no reason, he hit my dad in the head with blunt force.
结果把我老爸倒在椅子上了，失去了知觉。
My father lost consciousness on the bench.
满脸是血。当年我爸86岁了。我今天说的话是真实的。
I have the same feeling that I felt today.
反对游民所在你们的家门口。
We're saying no to shelter in front of your house.
我们的要求是。
Our request is.
我们的要求基本是不高的，我们的要求是生活在稳定的社区。
Our request is not a high demand. It's just to be living in a peaceful community.
反对暴力。
And again, we're against violence.
反对歧视。
Against.
还我尊严。
And we want respect.
谢谢。
If somebody decided to just because they don't feel good or they didn't get their drug, who's going to protect me? I hear story after story that women and children are being harassed on the street. Who's going to protect us? Are you going to vision to this East Broadway, 91 East Broadway shelter? The whole Chinatown is opposed to it. We are united. We are all united.
The past 38 years. unsafe as now. The homelessness is an issue, demanding that we give us their pizza. Well, we give them our pizza. That is not right. We need respect out there, and we need the homeless people to be further away from Chinatown. We have too many homeless shelters. Thank you.
Yes. I think the way we can find out why all this is happening to our community is we follow the money trail. Somebody's making a lot of money. Putting up all these homeless shelters. Somebody's making a lot of money from the penal system. Somebody, not us. We pick up the debt, okay? We pay for all this stuff. We put our lives in danger, our seniors in danger, our kids can't go out to play. Somebody's benefiting. If we want to stop this once and for all, we follow the money trail. Thank you.
Right, well, you gotta do a better job. Because all of New York, all 5 boroughs have a problem. Okay, of homeless. Alright?
Yeah.
You came down to give a presentation and say the reason why you want to put a homeless shelter at 91 Hotel was to honor the 4 victims, the homeless victims that was murdered here in Chinatown community. Do you remember who murdered them? It was a mentally ill person that murdered them. Even the homeless people need to be safe in Chinatown.
I have been 4 years served with that. I don't serve it for nothing. Okay? You can see here, too many old people. I know what they're doing. Tell them, stop them. No 91 is blowing. Okay? You come here every day by event. So you know me. So we do great job in Chinatown, East Broadway.
I think not only do we need affordable housing, we need supportive housing, and I know, Aaron, you know about this. We need group homes. We need you to fund group homes where there is a social worker or a nurse in the apartment helping to give out the medication, and also we need you to put legislation there so that we could be protected.
How you run the budget? We need you guys to open the budget to the public. Where you got the money from? From luxury residence? From senior house? From affordable housing? From where?
People get drunk, just sleeping over the street. What you guys get? I hope you guys know about it, can do better than that. Take care of Chinatown like in our city, the same city. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who are the community leaders providing these names, stakeholders and business people? That's what you guys said in the meeting. You said you have a support, and who are these people? I need to know. Say the names.
In terms of support for the project, so the former mayor announced a plan called Journey Home with a commitment to open additional safe haven and stabilization beds, recognizing that these low threshold model beds are important for bringing people in off the street. What I heard tonight from the community was a lot of concern about an increased presence of homelessness on the street in your community.
We are saturated. It's not because we are eating.
What this project will provide is the opportunity for 120 individuals to come inside off the street, but more importantly, be connected to high quality care.
Okay, I was asking you the name of the people who support this project, the stakeholders and business people as you described in the community involvement social service meeting. Who are these people? I just want to know those names. You mentioned Margaret Chin, yes, that's one person, but according to Turning the Tide, it's community leaders. Who are the community leaders involved?
So the meetings that took place prior to the Journey Home plan, I don't have the names of the participants of those meetings.
Okay, so you don't have it. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question.
Can you provide it?
Yes. Provide it.
Those meetings were convened by the former administration out of City Hall.
Okay, but can you provide it to
so
you don't Martin's office so that we can let the community know?
I personally don't have the records from those meetings.
So we feel like this is everything is a lie because we feel that no information were given to us. All our questions, none of the questions were answered. And I also want to go back to
honor what happened to him. We will take under consideration the community's pushback regarding that honor. If you don't consider it an honor, we will take that into consideration.
No, we don't want it to just not doing it. We want to take it project.
Yes. Yes.
You serve only 120 people. Do you care about all of our residents and visitors here?
Turning the tide says that NYPD is responsible for providing security. How is NYPD going to work with your building in the future? And also, when you have a homeless clinic, that means the users are going to be coming out from Canal Street, from Center Street, going to Mulberry Mud. How are they going to be protected? This is not just the building, it's also...
The background noise, I couldn't hear your question, I'm sorry.
So you're going to have a homeless clinic. There's going to be a clinic to service the homeless individuals on the ground floor. So you have security in that building to provide the security.
Yes, sir.
Security guard to provide the security for that building. How about when they get out of Canal, when they get out of Bowery Street, going through Mud Street? Or we have a lot of senior citizens walking on those streets. How are their safety kept?
How can you guarantee that when they walk out of the shelter, they won't attack us?
Exactly.
Can you guarantee that?
Public safety.
And also, where is the nearest other homeless clinic? You said this clinic is going to serve the homeless individuals in downtown area. How is the population, estimated population you are envisioning?
The predominant purpose of the clinic is to serve the people who live in the building. However, in creating a clinic, we want to make it available to as many people as possible. Let me ask you a question. How many of you would be comfortable in your doctor's office if you were sitting next to a street homeless person? Raise your hand if you'd be comfortable.
If it was one of the homeless shelter, sure.
Raise your question.
Say whatever you want to say, don't ask us questions.
Our health centers serve people who do not get served in other health centers. That's the purpose of this.
I'm asking you to estimate the population of the service. And also, where is the
minimum
nearby?
of 120 people.
What?
A minimum of 120 people.
No, what I'm saying is that the homeless individual, you said it's going to serve the homeless individual in the downtown area. How big is this population?
We will serve people who come and seek services in the clinic.
And where is the nearby hospital clinic? Are the same type of clinic?
So you got 5 homeless shelters and you cannot put that clinic in one of those 5 homeless shelters. And you have to build an extra homeless shelter within 1 mile of that distance. What happened to the other 5 homeless shelters? There's no space in there for that clinic at all. And then in downtown, in Chinatown area, there's really that many.
You can house 120 individuals in a clinic. And then when you look at the 47 Madison, it's over 400 million. You are only housing 49 individuals and no clinic. I just look at the map. The map doesn't make sense to me. Unless you disclose your budget, your contract, nobody knows what you guys are doing. Nobody knows if the public money is well spent.
Your original plan is to come here to tell us information, to give us data. But every question we ask, you say you do not have the information on it.
Yes.
You keep saying that you need to research on it.
We'll see
Why
you
are you
in court.
willing to present? What will your present?
We'll see you in court. We'll see you